Hey guys, what is going on? Let me just scooch back here so my head is in the frame. So, hello everyone. Here I am again making a video because I hate making videos and I like to challenge myself to do things that maybe I don't really want to do, but somehow the things you don't like to do, like running practice, they become things that you start to love doing. And things that you used to like, maybe they were like short-term pleasure. I can mention from my own perspective, gaming. Gaming is super fun. I still game, but if you do it too much, you know, it's a cautionary tale. Gaming, you can do it, but yeah, it has some cons to it. So in keeping with this, I just thought I'd make a video. So it's pretty much to do with running, but you can apply it to any hobby that you have. It can be sports, it can be hobbies, it can be work, it can be, you know, chilling at home. Finding myself making these videos. So I'm quite an introspective person. I like to take my time and kind of delve into what I'm doing. YouTube is controlled by likes, shares, subscribes, comments, viewer engagement, how long you watch the video, when do you pause, when do you stop, and all these kind of metrics. And I think you kind of get lost in the likes and the subscriptions, that the message that the creator makes, and I think this is an awesome platform, but the message that the creator makes, the human behind the camera, it gets a bit lost. So let me illustrate what I'm talking about, right? So here I'm in my journey trying to do something that I really don't like, running, which I feel like I've really learned a lot and took the challenge head on and really started loving it now. I feel great. The next thing I would like to do is YouTube. And here I feel like as soon as I click on it, I was met by analytics. I was met by things that what YouTube thinks you should try and do to boost your subscriptions, to boost your engagement. And full disclosure, I even had to pay some amount. This is like $50, $60, maybe a bit more depending on the exchange rate. It was to promote my video. So I did it immediately. I was like, yeah, why not? I'm going to just do this. I'm kind of spontaneous. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I like likes, I like subscriptions. I'm not going to lie. Of course, it's nice to be appreciated, nice to get a comment or a like or a new subscription. It gives like a kick, like a boost. But then I realized yeah, but what I'm trying to say is going to get diluted now. Because if Google, YouTube, whatever, I mean, Google owns YouTube, right? If Google controls the path you should go into, I think this becomes very stressful and very content driven, like bait clicks, as you call them, all those fancy terms. So basically you become like a commercial package that is there to garner likes and views, but not actually give anything of value, which is what I feel YouTube can really, that's the strongest moving force behind YouTube when you look at it constructively, is that there's been so many times where I looked at a tutorial, life advice, some inspirational videos, and those videos, maybe they have 1,000 views or less. Sometimes it's like an unknown channel. I'm like, this is awesome. I would love to have this unknown YouTube channel to pop in my feed so I feel more normal. Because when the YouTube creator becomes, and I'm not trying to call anyone out here, this is just the way it happens, right? I respect their hard work, but when someone turns their content into something they have to sell or package or commercialize, put sponsors in the beginning and the end, YouTube ads, all these kind of things, I think it dilutes the message. I think your mind automatically, subconsciously is going to look for things that are going to sell well. You're going to look at what are others doing? What are others doing so I can get more views, more likes, more subscriptions? And I feel like that's where YouTube loses its value for me anyway, personally. If it becomes all about ads and clicks and stuff, I think that Google and YouTube kind of lost, because they're just looking out for their business, right? The more the clicks and views they get, the more money they make, basically. and by money they make, they give you a tiny, tiny share of that and say, okay, here you go, here's 1/3 of our profits or whatever. I don't even know how it works because I don't get anything from making these videos other than challenging myself and staying true to whatever it is I'm trying to create here, right? But very, I just want to say, like, very quickly, like, anyone who has tried to make a channel, you're just met with a wall of Google Analytics, YouTube Studio, which offers you promotions to promote your video. It's like you're not even started on your journey, and it's like you're just met with 8 different things to, like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And I feel like the YouTube I grew up with, like, I have another channel which I used to do for gaming. This is like, 10 or 15 years ago, which I would say was a moderate success. It was nothing big, but I felt like, oh, I got some comments, some likes, some subscriptions, maybe in the hundreds. That was because I loved doing it. I had a passion for something. And I feel like a lot of the videos I see now, I see really well polished videos with fantastic drone work or camera angles and people doing all these kind of crazy things and really nice. Like, it looks so cool, 4K, 60 FPS or whatever, 8K, and I don't know, all this stuff. But I feel like it just is weird to see all this because I can't relate to any of it, So I feel like as a viewer, I become a bit estranged from the process that YouTube or Google is creating, actually. And I just like to see channels that are more chill, that are more just down to earth, and someone just talking to a camera, or sure, going into an event, but just being more normal. And maybe I can't really put it into words, but lately I've just been getting a bunch of stuff on my YouTube feed where I'm just like, skip, skip, skip. I think 90% of the videos that YouTube recommends to me, I just skip them immediately. Like, I just see this is not, it's not for me. And I miss kind of the authenticity, the rawness, whatever you can call that kind of magic sauce where I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Like, this person is not doing this for likes or subscriptions. He's honestly, or she's honestly just really passionate or knowledgeable or whatever it is they want to share with the world. So I just want to get that out there and make a video to remind myself that my journey is in this YouTube space is as awesome and cool as I make it to be myself. I don't have to be insecure and start to do everything that everyone else is doing. I can just do whatever I feel like I should do and kind of ignore the Google stuff, the analytics. I'm not saying you go in the opposite direction and try and actively, make people hate you or something, because that's also another way to get views, right? Just stay clear of that and just trying to refine your own process, your own message. So just to say, like, the same goes for running, the same goes for anything. Like, as soon as you try and take something and lose the essence of it, let's say for running, I can give you an example because this is what I talked about last time. If you run with a goal in mind, very often what happens is you become very obsessed. If I want a 10K, I want to run it under 80 minutes, or I want a 10K, I want to run it under 60 minutes. You obsess about the numbers, the analytics, but you don't think about the physiology, you don't think about the nutrition, the sleep, all the other things, the passion of the running. Like, why did you begin running in the first place? Why did you start this thing? And just stick with that simple core. Why do I enjoy this one thing? And just repeat that until that becomes not so fun. And then you start something new in that passion, in that hobby. And then you make that your goal and your new kind of newfound passion. So it's just to say that stay true to yourself. Although it sounds really cliche, it really is true, because very quickly when I was making these videos, I was like, oh, what's going to get clicks? What's going to get subscriptions? And then I realized very fast that that's not actually what I want to do with this. There's 1,000, probably tens of thousands of channels who are trying to do that. And some of them are successful, some of them are moderately successful, some of them haven't made it. Some are unknown gems on YouTube, like the most unknown creators. Some of them are fantastic, and I follow them and I love their videos, and I always try and like and comment them and everything. But it's just to say that even if no one watches, even if you don't get one view on your video, even if you don't get one subscriber, even if you don't get any kind of attention from what you're doing, you can still go, and this is the point I want to make as well, is you can go back to this video. Videos, like, it costs, like, I don't know how big my file is. Let's say it's a gigabyte. You know how much it costs in the cloud storage? Make the video and you can watch yourself from 10 years in the future. That's what I did with my gaming channel. I watched it just recently, like some years ago. I'm just like, wow, I'm so happy I did this, because I can remember who I was, and they say you change very drastically every decade or so, sometimes even less. You change a lot about who you are and what you're about. And it was so awesome to see that younger version of myself, so passionate about gaming, talking about, and I was trying to copy some other style, like someone called Day 9, another huge inspiration for me doing the channel. Shout out to Day 9 TV. He's on YouTube. And I was just like doing that, and I was just like, wow, this is so cool to see myself back then. I would never have seen it if I had not done it on YouTube. So save yourself some storage. It doesn't cost a single penny to put a YouTube video on the cloud. So instead of using Google One, the cloud service, use YouTube. Record something. Maybe it's yourself, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's an event, and that's also what I'm going to use it for more and more. And just document your life. You can make it private if you don't want other people to see it. You can make it public if you want to share it with other friends and family. And that's what I do. I make my videos public. And it is what it is. You know, I don't judge myself. It's a judgment-free zone. Whether they do well or not, it doesn't really... I mean, of course, it bothers me. Like if, you know, it's not great or something, it bothers me. But then I reject that feeling and I say, I just continue on this journey and see where it takes me. So take the pressure off. If it comes to running, take your pressure off your race pace and your goals. Like just relax. You'll get there, but don't fixate on the goal. Try and fixate on what makes the reason that you're running, your passion in running. What will actually make you faster? What's in your control that you can do to make that goal? If it comes to YouTube or life, yeah, I offer you the same advice in my humble opinion. Don't make it about the clicks and the views. Make it about something that you really love to share and are passionate about. And then I think no matter what the views or likes are, it's going to be a success, because at the end of the day, if you like what you produce, the content that you produce, you feel that's real, that's authentic, it's fun, it's passionate, or whatever it is that you're looking for, I think you get a lot more satisfaction from it. And in these videos, you know, I just focus on just talking into the camera, because I find myself more and more drawn to people who just do that. I listen to YouTube videos where people just talking like to go to sleep sometimes, although I stopped doing that recently because I'm so tired after my 10K that I can just flop off to sleep anytime. And then like, of course, you know, some science and tech videos and stuff like that. But more and more, I'm just interested in the human experience, like day-to-day stuff, like just regular life, advice, thoughts, interests, like these things excite me. And all this AI slop and all this clickbait stuff, I just stopped relating to it completely. Sometimes I feel like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? But then I realize, actually, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just having a natural human response to all this crap on the computer. And not to say everything is crap. There's some really fun AI deepfakes. But when you use AI, like AI slop or all this kind of... And I put the AI slop in the same category as the creators who just make the same videos over and over, or just like, you know, they have some... It's just basically a job for them, right? And all power to them if they're trying to make a living off it. I'm not trying to shit on anyone else. But I feel like for me, when I can use it as a hobby and not a means to an end to get a salary or a paycheck or a revenue, I feel like, yeah, I can use it like for fun. And that's when YouTube is best. Like, look at all your favorite videos from 5, 10, 15 years ago. It was videos made just on the spur, or like passion, or like music, or, you know, like random events. I mean, there's so many of them. I looked at my history. I'm like, wow, I remember this video I watched 5 years ago. This was so awesome. This is the reason that I love YouTube, or the reason I spend time on my phone is to find gems like this. And it's just to say, like, anyone watching this and my future self, be true to who you are and great things will come. Whether it's recognized by others or not, it doesn't matter, because you fulfilled your own goal. So as long as you stay true to that, nothing can touch you. So peace out. Hope you got some value from that, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.